Hey, Summarize Science fans! Ever wonder how doctors could one day create a perfect digital twin of your circulatory system? It sounds like science fiction, but new research shows it's closer than you think. To create such a digital twin, scientists first need to accurately simulate how blood flows through your arteries. Today, we are looking at a paper that uses AI to solve a huge piece of that very puzzle. Simulating blood flow is incredibly complicated, especially when dealing with the thousands of tiny vessels that branch off from our main arteries. Scientists use a concept called a Wien-Kessel model to represent the effects of these smaller vessels. This model has key parameters for resistance and compliance that describe how the vessels resist blood flow and stretch to store it. Think of it like tuning an instrument. If you don't get these parameters just right, the entire simulation is out of tune and not useful for a specific patient. This is where the brilliant AI solution comes in. Instead of running these super slow, complex simulations over and over, these researchers trained a neural network. They fed it thousands of different simulated blood pressure waves from the brachial artery, which is in your upper arm. Over time, the AI learned the complex relationship between the vessel parameters and the shape of the resulting pressure wave. Once trained, the AI became what's known as a surrogate model, a lightning-fast emulator. It can predict a pressure wave in just 1 millisecond, a task that took the original simulation about 10 seconds. That's 10,000 times faster. But how do they use this to figure out the right settings for a new patient's pressure wave? This is the most clever part. They modified the AI by adding a few special dummy neurons. These new neurons don't process information. Instead, they simply hold the values for the very parameters the scientists want to find. They then show the AI a target pressure wave and essentially tell it, adjust the values in these special neurons until your output perfectly matches this wave. The AI then solves the puzzle in reverse, automatically finding the patient's unique circulatory parameters. And the results were fantastic. The method accurately pinpointed the correct parameters for the test cases. It was even smart enough to figure out where a pressure sensor was placed on the arm, just by analyzing the subtle shape of the pulse wave. The method could also handle data that wasn't perfectly aligned in time, automatically synchronizing it. Of course, the system isn't perfect yet and has some challenges. It found that one parameter, compliance, which relates to the stretchiness of vessels, was much harder to identify correctly if the measurement data was noisy. This is because compliance has a very subtle, time-dependent effect on the pressure wave that can get lost in the noise. So, to recap, these scientists built a super-fast AI emulator for blood flow simulations. They then used a novel technique with dummy neurons to reverse-engineer a patient's specific circulatory properties from a simple pressure wave measurement. This is a huge step toward creating personalized digital twins of our bodies. In the future, this technology could help doctors non-invasively diagnose cardiovascular diseases, plan surgeries, and predict how a specific person might react to treatment. All of this could come from a simple, continuous pressure reading taken from their arm. It's an amazing blend of physics, medicine, and AI that shows us a glimpse of the future of healthcare. That's all for today on Summarize Science. Thanks for watching.